Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? Podcast world. What's up, family? Man, we ain't did this since like September, October 21. Shit, it's January 23, but we back, y'all. The BMF Reverberation podcast, man, and what a way to bring it back, man. This episode was so epic, so I want to welcome everybody to episode 8 of the BMF Reverberation podcast on the Konfidence in the Klutch network, man. I'm your host. You know what I mean? Thank you for joining me for a few minutes of your time, man. As we're getting right into it. We didn't do these videos last season, so we into it now, man. Let's do it. What we know so far, y'all know how the podcast rock. I get into it. I don't want to go into the whole season, but I only got to do this one time. So I'm thinking I need to, just because we family. So, all right, we ready? Let me get my song. Now, the brothers, Meech, T, got an OG named Pat who wants them to stay low-key and not do too much. Their parents are God-fearing people who want their boys to do right. Lamar's an old head. That's a wild card. 12th Street boys are the rivals. T had a baby boy and had an assassination attempt on his life. Meech went on a warpath to find out who shot his brother. Lamar planting the seed that J-Mo shot T. Lamar wants in his daughter's life. Meech tried to broker peace with the 12th Street boys. The Flannerys blame Meech for T being shot. B. Mickey and Kato step up. J-Mo is dead and Femel got beat to an inch of his life. Pat wants his money even though T has been shot. Fallout is starting from J-Mo's murder. Lamar has infiltrated the 12th Street boys and the 50 boys. Meech moved part of his operation to the factory in the food truck. T is out of jail and wants a 50-50 split and is ruling with an iron fist. The Flannerys are at odds over Meech, who paid the mortgage. Operation Drano to rid the community of organized crime is underway, and Coach can't help the 50 boys anymore. Phil Mel moved to North Carolina. Meech and T wants a new plug, and Pat found out. Lamar got the info from Kato on the food truck and stash spot. Baby T got baptized. Drano's in full effect. T has a lawyer for malpractice for him getting shot, his eye surgery and all that. Coach is under pressure. Detective Lopez is on his ass and wants to cut the 50 boys off. T secures a new plug, Big L. T is offered $25,000 from hospital malpractice on his eye, who digs into who he is, which can bring heat to everyone. Meech fake kidnaps Zoe to get his work back from Lamar. Lamar doesn't want to lose the dough, but wants his daughter back. Pat tries to get Coach on his team after he made Meech incommunicado. 50 boys kidnap Slick, and he gives up the stash spot to get Zoe back. Lucille overheard the boys talking about their lives and knows the truth now. Lamar tried to kill Meech and T. Meech wants to sell differently. 12th Street boys turned on Lamar. Lamar kills Slick. The Flannerys know T is selling now. Tiny is a G. B. Mickey and Kato are closer and are thinking about stepping off from the crew. Lamar killed Nicole's boyfriend Darius, R.I.P. Darius. Meech sent 12th Street boys to murder Lamar, but missed. Lamar beat up Mo. Big L is a mentor to T. Detective Lopez is murdered by Kato. Flannerys think they can still save T. Lamar wants Kato to kill Meech, and he'll kill T. Kato comes clean to B. Mickey about everything that's going on. Nicole gave T an ultimatum. Coach tells Meech, it's you or me. Then we get into episode 108, right? That was all the first seven episodes. Episode 108, great episode. Coach Brian brings the pain to the crew. No one breaks. Lamar and Kato meet to devise a plan to kill Meech. B. Mickey is struggling with having to kill Kato or leave her alone, possibly. Flannerys get $250K for Terry's bot surgery and has a plan for the family business. Big L kicks Meech out of the meeting and gives T 10 kilos. The crew gets a drop on Lamar, who gets stitched up at the morgue. Meech and T cause a disturbance on the east side and get information about Kato's pops. He rode with Lamar. She lied to Meech. She must die now. Lamar gets away and gets to Kato, whom he knows set him up. Meech kills Lamar. B. Mickey kills Kato. Coach Brian pulls over B. Mickey and finds his gun with bodies of J-Mo and Kato on it. He wants Meech, or B. Mickey sits. T is out of the game and wants to join his pops Charles in the family business, and he leaves Meech to become the king of motherfucking Detroit. How that sound, y'all? Sounds like a great TV show to me. Sounds like an excellent TV show to me, man. I'm glad y'all here. A little late for me, man. Me and Bella took my daughter to go see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, finally, man. Anyway, that's coming on Konfidence in the Klutch podcast, episode 296 on Wednesday. We'll check it out. All right. Current episode, family dinner. Synopsis. Meech smuggles drugs from Las Vegas as a test to secure a new plug for BMF, a vicious gangster from the Brewster Projects, K9. Meanwhile, Terry began his new car ride business with Charles. All right, y'all, let's jump into it. Gang shit is all we know. Gang shit is all we motherfucking know. Hey, all right. So, favorite moments, quotables of the show. The show starts off with a flashback to St. Louis, 2005, at a BMF Sunday dinner when T gets arrested. Meech is already in the feds at that point in time. All right. Shine like new money to make new money. Meech to Earl. What kind of Oriental are you? Coach Brian to Detective Jen. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I want you around the clock, woman. Lucille and Charles. He talking about we ain't been together in 3 weeks. Listen, you better have a health issue. In my bed, we talking about we can't do nothing for 3 weeks. Baby, you got to have a health issue for real. So we got introduced to a couple new players in the game. Notable players like Leslie Jones joins the cast as a federal agent. We probably catch her later on in the season. Lala Anthony, named Markeisha Taylor. Man, Lala be playing some little parts, don't she? Some little parts, man. We gonna see about that though. This is a whole bunch of new characters like this cat, K9, man, motherfucker, monster. Y'all gotta apologize for the yawns. He's at the midnight. This is going to be difficult for me to record, but I'm gonna get this shit out to y'all because it comes on 11 o'clock Thursday. I got games on Friday. It's gonna be a bitch, but we gonna get it to y'all, man, when I get it to you. Video be up tomorrow, YouTube. Y'all gotta wait. All right, y'all, let's jump into it. 7 things to know. Well, really, it's only 5 things to know when I'm talking about things for episode 201. All right, let's get it. Meech is knee deep in shit, right? So he starts off with him in Vegas, late 80s, got mad kilos taped around his torso. His guy Earl, I thought he was the plug, but really, that's K9 guy, right? So he schooled Meech on how the big events are where big deals happen. He's talking about Rayford Evans from Tennessee Boys, Freeway Rick Ross from California, Prince Coke and the Jamaicans, and he pointed out everybody. It was funny with the Freeway Rick Ross because dude kind of looked like Saint, right? From Snowfall and Saint mannerisms and shit. That shit was funny as hell. Earl was telling him flexing is part of the business, you know what I'm saying? If you're not at the big events, you're not a major player. Dope. Especially in the 80s, late 80s and the 90s and shit. That's how that shit got down. So that was dope to see that piece. Oh shit, let it ride then. He had to take a bus to Detroit over flying due to them drug sniffing dogs. So at the time, at the game, he was with B Mickey in the high school shit. He spots T and doesn't talk to his brother. K9, his guy who was bringing the dope back for, was coaching the game, and he killed the other cat he was coaching with who owed him money and told him, fuck, you don't be asking me about no money, kid. Them in broad daylight, like after the game for fronting on him. Like, yo, this who you getting in bed with? Then he told Meech to get in the car with him while they fled the scene. Like, yo, you accessory to murder, cuz, right now. So Meech hopped in the car with them and to the spot. So Meech is a buyer. So he's like going to get to work for dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So he needs K9 to plug him. You taking all the risk, doing all the shit, and you can't get no connect money. Connect dope. I didn't understand that piece. If you can go get the dope from Vegas, you can buy your dope. But I guess they trying to do so much weight that I just he had the 10 keys from Big L. So that part was a little like, why they ain't got their own money to get their own 10 keys? I'm confused about that. So while he at the spot with K9, Big L walks in the spot with her fine ass, right? And she talking crazy like, yo, he just can't, he ain't ready type shit, and say that shit in front of K9 while he trying to get K9 to plug him and shit. That shit was wild. But K9 fuck with me, so some shit gonna go down. He invited the 12th Street Boys to the shop, and this guy got into it with one of them cats. They got the boxing and shit. See, Meech is really trying to get the 12th Street Boys down with him because, with them cats together, they can rule Detroit. You know what I mean? So this ain't the first time he tried to get them together. So I appreciate his resiliency with trying to get these cats on. And now you got Lamar off the way, that you should be able to make that happen. But he didn't tell B Mickey. And B Mickey like, yo, because he kind of can't trust B Mickey with the whole Kato shit. I mean, even though he killed Kato, you wasn't supposed to be fucking with Kato anyway. But fucking with Kato, what Meech don't understand, that probably saved Meech's life. So he basically telling B Mick, yo, we got to go after K9 to get this plug, because we ain't got no plug, we ain't got no dope, we can't do shit, niggas gonna take over our territories, we done. So he went to see his mom's at Wendy's. That was a nice scene and shit. Tried to give her some money. She ain't wanted to fuck with it, and gave him his food and was on his way. But he asked for 10 kilos from K9, who told him, if you want 10, cuz, you can do 20. like, yo, no doubt. I appreciate that shit. If you want 10, your ass can do 20, no doubt. K9 gave his crew new rollies and gave Meech Big L's lips. He killed Big L, K9 did, for talking shit about Meech. Like, yo, because Big Meech bringing his dope back. So you can't be talking crazy about my supplier to a certain degree. Meech the middleman. Now Meech is in bed with a true ass gangster. He gave him Big L lips. So Big L had all that motherfucking security. He got Big L because Big L was pushing up on Dawg, so he probably got her on the solo tip and just did her in. You know what I mean? So then what do Meech do? Man, I got the plug now. We got 10 kids. We don't need Big L no more. Talk with T about taking over the country. T ain't with it. You know what I mean? Then he threw the money at T. He threw the money at him and told him to keep the change, bitch ass nigga. Like, damn, Meech. I was like, damn, Meech. But that's how it goes, talking to your brother. Damn. So Meech got the crews together, and the BMF shit is official now. The 12th Street Boys, the 50 Boys, they won BMF now. Hey, man, his speech made me want me to start selling dope with his ass. I'm like, shit, let me get a pack. Let me get this shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a good ass speech, man. Whoever wrote that shit. To all the Black Mafia family, you know what I mean? To all the Black Mafia family. Man, B Mickey's right hand man. B Mickey just suspect, you know what I mean? Like right now, he got a lot of shit going on, as he should though. I'm a man T. Man T is trying to do the right thing, like, you know what I mean? Like taking his show for a class, this dumbass talking through it, get his shit taken. T sees a new fly young thing, Markeisha Taylor, and lost his motherfucking mind. Like, I don't like the way they make Lala look in the scene at the gym sucking on that lollipop and shit. I get it. She's not 17 though. Like, and that's not to say that was a high school game or something like that. Maybe it was like a rec game. Who knows? Maybe it was a pro-am game. But sucking on that lollipop like that, I guess mid-90s, early 90s. But he go crazy, yo. He went crazy over Markeisha Taylor. Like, he crazy. Like, that nigga, Google eyes. T watches Meech get into the car with K9 and just murked the old boy. He goes home, and his son, Lil Terry Jr., and Sydney is there and lies to Lucille about seeing Meech, walks into the insurance branch and sees Markeisha while he with Sydney and goes crazy over her ass again. So, Terry, what you thinking about? You know what I mean? Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Terry, what you thinking about? He's thinking about fucking Markeisha. Like, man, I'm like, damn, yo, that's how I be though sometimes. Everybody know how to do that before. But, you know. And I seen it when he was laying in bed with Sydney, right? The two, like the headboard shit, like, yeah, two twins to make a king. That's hood shit right there. He went back to the insurance place because he peeped that Markeisha Orchid was dead. He bought a new Orchid. She flashed her wedding ring. And like, okay, and he smooth walked off and shit. He got to figure out what he gonna do now. He heard Lucille and LaWanda. No, he heard Lucille and Sydney. I thought her name was Sydney. I don't know where the fuck is Sydney from. Or was it LaWanda? I don't know. Sydney or LaWanda, his baby mama, whatever her name is, talking about getting him out of the gang. So cat's out of the bag now, and now he has decision day because now you know this shit really ain't about me. You listen to my mama to get me out the game because she want me out the game. You really didn't want me out the game like that. But y'all working in cahoots, and I'm trying to make this shit better for our family. Fuck both y'all, and I'm out. Like, that's basically what's finna happen. And while we're talking about Lucille and Charles have issues of them. Oh, they on. She sees a couple holding hands and shit at their little restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Happy, and talks to Charles about that should be us. Like, y'all should be happy right now, but money's still an issue for them. Money breaks up most relationships. So The struggle continues. Lucille is still on that bullshit, though, telling Sydney to wait it out. Sydney LaWanda, whatever the fuck her name is, to wait it out and be patient with T. And you gotta do this. And then like, ah, man, get out of here with that shit. So Lucille let Meech know she can't handle Nicole. Nicole got a slick mouth, but shit. Nicole like, yo, man, my brother ain't here. This nigga here. My other brother here. Meech always looked out for me. T look out for me. Like, man, I mean, you need to be worried about what he doing. As she told him, I'm gonna slap the shit out of her for wearing lip gloss and talking back. Like, damn. So, and Charles, man, listen to your mama type shit. Listen, do what your mama say. Like, man, that's how it go. I wonder how long it's gonna be before Lucille and Charles just be like, fuck it, we with the shits. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's gotta be coming though. It's gotta be coming. They gotta be with the shit, yo. Coach Brian, right? Switched the gun out for B. Mickey on some gangster shit. Said it was Kato's gun that shot J-Mo. So Brian got a new detective from the Birds, Detective Jen. He has his son with him now. You know what I mean? Trying to instill strength in him, talking about somebody fucking with you at school. We ain't with none of that shit. So it was a good scene, a touching scene. Strengthen him, not fear. Don't be scared of shit, son. I mean, I like that. Black man, black son. I mean, we don't get to see that all the time no more. You know what I mean? Like a Black Panther shit. Caught B. Mickey and Bink out there with money from a stash house. Jen ran Bink ass over though. Like, damn, Bink was fighting with the cat from 12th Street up in there, up in the record shop. I like Bink. And Lamar's alive, yo. Lamar's alive. Brian has him hidden so he can tell him who shot him because clearly he's after Meech. And Lamar wake up at the final scene of this shit. Ready or not, you can't run. So this shit finna be, man, shit. Who Lamar gonna link up with now? Cause Lamar ain't gonna be no snitch, but he gonna try to kill Meech. This shit, boy, shit. Now B. Mickey. He's out of jail, right? But at what cost? That's what I'm saying with B. Mickey. Did he give up Meech and the 50 Boys? Nah. Gave Kato up for his partner's murder, though. For Brian's partner's murder. That's smart. For the partner's murder and J-Mo murder. She's dead. It's over with. But his conscience is fucking with him over the shit. Because even though he know he killed J-Mo, it's easy to put it on his ex-girl body that he killed, but that's mentally that's fucking with him. So Brian showed up all at his crib and shit and told him, I want Meech. I'm giving you shit. You better give me shit. Otherwise, I still got that gun in my safe, in my crib. Dirty police gang. And if you don't do what the fuck I say, nigga, I'm telling them you did that shit. But you already got it down for the other people. Like, but he planned on being Mickey to be stupid and reckless and get to run in his mouth. That's all. But B. Mickey gave him a little shit like let Brian know T is out the game and Meech is running the loan. So motherfucker, that's a fact though. Anybody can see that. You know what I'm saying? You let B know, though, like, yo, man, let B know I got that gun. So it's decisions for B. Mickey. Decisions for B. Mickey's, man. So if we get into what I predicted and what's coming down the pipeline, right? So at the end of last season, I predicted, you know what I'm saying, Little Meech is the motherfucking man now, right? They can't move. First off, Little Meech is the motherfucking man. Just playing his daddy, that was amazing, though. But I was saying they can't move to the older Meech this season, and they didn't. Make his ass look old or whatever. T tries to step off. BMF expands, new ops, new territory, new plug. That's where we at right now. New ops, new territory, new plug. As we see, right? They already talking about taking over Cat's territory. So now, next episode, predictions, season predictions, what we think. And I say what we think for episode 202 because Kale's supposed to be here. Kale's had migraines. We're going to do the TV show shit together because the shit is just legit. Like, the chemistry when we do the TV show shit is like our LAD shit. Don't know about LAD because we did that shit. Look for LAD, Love Affair Discussions. But our TV shit, we trying to do the shit. All right, so great closing song, Ready or Not. Meech is expanding to new hoods. Charles makes T take off to go for a family-run Christian-owned company. Come on, man. Whatever, Charles. But that's what it is, man. You got to respect it, though. T gets a tip from Markeisha about riders at the airport. First class flyers tip better. Nice. Bryant tells B his favors don't come for free. He need more shit. T asked Meech about carrying product in his car. Did you have product with Nicole and Mom in the car? Yeah, I had product with Nicole and Mom in the car, cuz. You're going to have to chill questioning me, right? Meech get into a shootout with BMF. It looked like he was with K9 or it was with BMF, somebody. And it's a party at the Flannery's and Meech is there. So for the season, what I think. Well, we all know. We see Lamar's alive now because he took that breath. Like, where the fuck am I at? He's alive. Meech should have hit Lamar again and took a kill shot. B. Mickey took a kill shot with Kato. Meech just shot Lamar in the stomach one time, right? Thought he was going to bleed out. He didn't. In real life, B. Mickey is alive. I saw interviews and shit. So, in the storyline, he dies if he doesn't tell Meech soon about Bryant, which would mean they would have to kill him. So I didn't watch the interview because I don't want nothing to get spoiled with the TV show. Because this shit is real life. You know what I mean? You know, they add the satire of Hollywood and all that shit. But this shit is real life. A lot of real people die. And that was the hard thing about watching BMF, because real people died. This is not fictional shit. Like, some of the shit is fictional, but, you know what I mean? Real people died in this shit. Families are hurting over this shit. So, you know... But we got through that last season. Remember, we got through that, y'all. So we got to get through it again, man. So that's it, man. Let me know what y'all think. YouTube, hit me in the comments. Man, we here now. We here now. I can't wait. It was a great episode. What a way to kick it off, man. I don't like how Stars is doing these shows. You can't do a Friday night show, man. What the fuck are y'all doing, man? Y'all can't do that. That's dumb. That is so fucking dumb. It looks like they transitioned to put the other shows on and move the black shows to fucked up time slots like they want to be done. Like, I just see it right now. I see it. It doesn't make any sense, though. You got hit shows that people watch and love. Well, I move them around and make it like, yo, you ain't even thinking about the content creators at all over this shit neither. Like Thursday night to Friday, you know what I'm saying? Because people go to work, right? So at least Saturday night when the show came out, we can watch it. Then have Sunday to do our shit and get the video uploaded. And then Thursday, then we got to go to work Friday. You know what I mean? Like, come on, B. That shit crazy, yo. But like I said, the video will be up late Sunday, early Sunday, midday Sunday sometime, man. It's late, so I'll edit the joint and get it up tomorrow. If I can get it up tonight, I will. Podcast going out immediately, man. So you already know, man. Get your confidence together, get your clutch together, listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly, Donald Nelson, that's me. Deezy, Deez, that's DZD, Deezos, Don P. Don D, host the BMF Reverberation podcast. The Confidence in the Clutch podcast about the hit TV series BMF. Have a safe, healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, y'all. We out. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.